All right, hey VC, I'm Jamie. Welcome back. We're back with another video. I'm back with some free records and free CDs that I came across. So this won't be a very long video. I finally remembered to wear my International Jazz Festival Montreal shirt. So there you have that. So there's a record store in my town called Sound Fixation, owned by Trevor, and occasionally he has just a crate of free records outside the store. Not so much these days because the weather's not getting very good, but a lot of times, it's free records. It's the kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel, but occasionally in there, and I think it's to entice people to come into the store as well, obviously, but occasionally there's some interesting records in there. And I was fishing through the albums and came across the Shadows 1967. So again, the vinyl's in good condition, the cover not so much, and this is a Canadian release on the Capitol 6000 series. I've talked about this. One of my dreams or grails is to own everything in the 6000 series. So this was a Canadian Capitol release. The 6000 series, I've talked about it before. Essentially, it was designed to introduce the Canadian consumer to a wide variety of music internationally from around the world, and also spotlighting Canadian artists as well. The 6000 series continued till about, I think, the mid 80s, something like that. Again, just an unbelievable variety of music, everything from something like the Shadows to Vera Lynn, just everything. So here we have, as part of the 6000 series, the Beatles also included on the 6000 series, but we have the Shadows and 67. So here is the album, and again, it's everything from Tennessee Waltz to Friday on My Mind, Winchester Cathedral, all in that great Shadows style. So a free record. I was pretty happy with that. Also a Canadian artist that was also transplanted in the States, Jack Scott, and this is Burning Bridges. This has a lot of his kind of slow stuff when he switched to Capitol Records. I think he was on the Carlton Records label, if I'm not mistaken. His early stuff was a lot more kind of rockabilly. When he switched to Capitol, he went to a lot more kind of ballads, that sort of thing. But Jack Scott, Burning Bridges, again, free record. I was really surprised that this was in the free bin. This is Wet Willie and Keep On Smilin'. And I'm not sure if this came with an original inner sleeve or not, but again, the record's in good condition, and yeah, pretty happy to pick that up for free. Couldn't believe it. And Barry White for free? Come on. I mean, Barry White, just another way to say I love you. So there you have that. Was happy to pick that one up. And a Canadian band, the Partland Brothers. They had some hits in the 80s. Partland Brothers. They have that great harmony that only siblings can have, like, the families can have, that just unbelievable harmony. They had kind of an 80s sound, but I really did like their sound. Soul City was their big hit from this one. It's got that 80s feel, but worth checking out if you're not familiar with it. Again, it's got the big hole punch in there. But Partland Brothers for free in the album Electric Honey, and this came out on Capitol in 1986. Okay, so those were the records from Sound Fixation, the record store. And then occasionally in Stratford and in many other places, they have things like a treasure hunt weekend where you can put your stuff curbside for a weekend in the hopes that someone will pick it up. Just across the street, someone had put out a number of CDs just in a box, and it was actually my wife who had noticed the CDs in this box. I didn't see it initially. She says, you might want to take a look at this. So here's what we found. Some really interesting ones. This is an absolutely terrific album. This is Billie Joe Armstrong, of course, and Norah Jones, and it's called Foreverly, and of course it's covering the Everly Brothers. So they're basically doing the Everly Brothers songs Our Daddy Taught Us, basically note for note. I'm telling you, this is just a terrific album. I remember Mazzy showing the vinyl version of this, and I wasn't even familiar that these two had made an album together. And Billie Joe, his vocals are perfect with this Everly Brothers interpretation. I would really love to see more stuff from these two for Everly, but this was really terrific. Really terrific. Again, for free. An artist I'm not familiar with, but I had a chance to listen to this, Amos Lee and Mission Bell. This is an absolutely wonderful album. Country artist, but kind of that country folk, kind of easygoing. Willie Nelson's featured on here, also Lucinda Williams, a nice kind of acoustic stuff. Really terrific. Okay, and I haven't had a chance to listen to everything, but these were other free CDs that I picked up. Charlie Parker, You know, can't go wrong with that. Also, Elton John's #1 hits. I mean, how many Elton John best ofs are there? But, you know, they filled this one up pretty good. Vivaldi, Four Seasons for free. This just looked interesting. I have no idea. I haven't had a chance to listen to this. SVE Epic, or the other way around. Sharon Van Etten, I guess, says on the spine there. So there you go. City in Color is a Canadian band, and this is a live CD and DVD. So I haven't had a chance to listen to this, but looking forward to that. This is a band from London, Ontario. Don't know anything about. Very, very colorful there. Still Sealed, Rosemary Clooney and Bing Crosby. Almost Alice, the soundtrack to the movie, featuring, of course, Johnny Depp. Avril Lavigne on here, along with Metro Station, Plain White Tees, Franz Ferdinand. Interesting soundtrack. There you have that. Again, these are all free CDs. Jason Mraz CD. I had no idea that Jason Mraz has so many CDs out. My goodness. Women in Songs. This was I believe, a Canadian series that features a nice sprinkling of Canadian artists. There's a few CDs in this series, Women in Songs. This features Jewel, Jan Arden, Sarah McLachlan, Katie Lang, that sort of thing. Kind of cool. I'm surprised I didn't have this. Dwight Yoakam. This is Just Looking for a Hit. So this is one of the early best of Dwight Yoakams. Again, these are all free CDs. This is the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. So this is like a radio theater kind of presentation, a 2 CD thing. This might be fun listening to in the car, that sort of thing. And last but not least, Jimmy Boskull, who is a Canadian artist, and he has hooked up with the Sheepdogs, which I found out just recently. And I think when this CD came out, he couldn't have been more than maybe 16, 18, something like that. Blues guitarist, has performed in Stratford many, many years ago. But really a great, great disc. So there you go. So that was some of the free CDs and free albums that I got. Again, not super extensive, but some interesting stuff nonetheless. Thanks for dropping by. Take care. Bye-bye.